How Television Works by Devin Gray.
75% of the commercial network television time is paid for by the 100 largest corporations in North America. Some corporations have television budgets that range into the billions per year. Television producers compromise and end up mitigating their desires for those of the advertisers. Thus, television is effectively a private medium for their use only. The longer a person watches television, the more easily the brain slips into alpha level, a slow, steady brainwave pattern in which the mind is in its most receptive mode. Images and suggestions are implanted directly into the mind without viewer participation. An effective hypnosis is induced, and the viewer surrenders to the unending television image stream. Images of television violence stimulate the fight-or-flight instinct, but since it would be absurd to react to television violence, the viewer suppresses the emotion. Viewers are drawn back and forth on cycles of impulse and suppression. When the set goes off, this stored-up energy bursts forth in frantic behavior commonly associated with childhood hyperactivity. Television imagery is jammed together in a steady stream of information, fracturing your attention while condensing and accelerating time. These events would not happen in ordinary life. They are technical alterations only possible within the moving image medium. Living in the rapid world of television imagery, ordinary life is dull by comparison, and often far too slow. People who immersed in the surrogate reality of television life deal on a daily basis with a reality totally unlike any that has preceded it. The image stream is a steady, mixed-up stream of real, unreal, and semi-real events. All of these events end up merging with each other and becoming just another set of stored imagery that have all similar reality values. A Student's Guide to University, Chapter 1, Commercialism. Upon arriving on campus grounds, the student will become aware of the surrounding commercial entities that inhabit their immediate environment. Although the majority of the student body will regard said entities as mere convenience, a considerable percentage of the population will endeavor to learn the underlying truth as to why a university has these apparent conveniences. Unbeknownst to most, the university is not only concerned with education, but also involves itself with the economics of the education industry. The education industry regards the student body as a captive audience and uses this social dynamic to market various products and services on a daily basis. Much like many other corporations, these commercial enterprises exploit the relationships inherent to the university to promote a constructed perception of a community-based, socially conscious organization that identifies with students, while in reality, hiding their true loyalties to the corporation shareholders. The university also exploits these fundamental relationships. Executives develop exclusive contracts between established franchises for campus-wide installations to synergize and maximize a partnership of mutual profiteering. Funds developed by the sales of marketed products and services in fact subsidize the university's fiscal budget. Knowing these relationships, one will soon develop a sense of the education industry's priorities that have assisted the Institute's decision-making process for decades. The products which have infiltrated a university's environment are in fact an end product of a complex series of negotiations in which corporations wage warfare against each other in order to score the coveted university contract.
We wanted to let you in on one of the big secrets of the war. Thought you might be interested.
The education industry is up to selling more than just an education, but in fact an institutionally granted experience to condition predictable purchasing power for years to come. A Student's Guide to University, Chapter 3, The Teacher. The teacher, much like most other humans, fears two fundamental circumstances. These include conflict of any kind and paperwork. They have been known to do just about anything to avoid them. Unbeknownst to most, the teacher exists to serve the interests of both the university and the student body. They must create a comfortable equilibrium between both tribes to prolong the protected status and secure employment situation. Similar to most employment situations, the university places certain demands on the teacher to achieve an overall grade point average across the student body in any given class. When the overall mark is reported to be lower, this makes said class appear to be more difficult when viewed by competing universities. However, if the reported marks are too low, the student body will become upset and challenge the authority of the teacher, placing our subject in a precarious position as he or she must now legitimize their constructed logistics for grading in their particular fashion. While the student body is upset and takes action, the teacher's various university overseers are thrilled as the low grade relates to an increased standard of difficulty, thus manipulating a desired response of envy amongst the surrounding universities. If the reported marks are too high, the teacher's various overseers will then become upset as the curriculum appears to execute too little of a challenge towards the student body, thus resulting in the Institute's reputation for a lack of academic challenge and overall excellence. The competing universities will regard their own curriculum as superior and craft numerous jokes at annual breakfast get-togethers for years to follow. The student body, on the other hand, celebrate. Though this may be beneficial for student body morality, the detrimental effects could land the teacher very quickly without steady employment.